Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So today we are going to discuss all the areas, formulas, perimeters, surface areas and total volumes for all 3D diameters for 3D figures as well. So let's see with the first one, that is area of square with side of a centimeter. So what is area of square? Area of square, we know that it is a into a, where a is the side of square. So area of square, for example, for 2 centimeters is, it is a square, that is 2 square, that is 2 square is 4, so 4 centimeters square. So let's see what is area of rectangle with length L centimeters and breadth B centimeters. So suppose this is a rectangle here which is of length and this is of breadth, then the area will be given as L into B centimeter square, that is square units. So area of rectangle equal to 3 into 2. So here it is 6 centimeters square. Let's see for another question, that is area of circle with radius R centimeters is. So suppose this is a circle here and this is the center and this is the radius r, then the area of circle will become pi r square, which is 22/7 or 3.14 into r centimeter square. So for example, let's consider this question, that is area of circle with 7 centimeters as radius. So how do we can find it? So area of circle formula, as I mentioned, it is pi r square, that is 22/7 into 7 into 7. So 7 get cancelled. So for this question, the area of circle is 154 centimeters square. So what is area of sector? So what is a sector? Sector, you can find it as, it is a circle, there is some portion. You can also take it as a slice example of a pizza. So for this, so area of sector, you can find it as theta by 360 into pi r square, where theta is the angle subtended by the sector. So in this way we can find out what is area of sector with theta degrees and 360 as a total circle. So theta by 360 into pi r square. Let's see perimeter, that is circumference for each shapes. So for square, what is the perimeter of square? Square perimeter is nothing but the total distance of the border. That is for square, this is just starting from here and again ending at this point. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is 4a. Because as I mentioned, perimeter of any shape is nothing but the length of total boundary. That is the total corners, border kind of thing also you can consider it. So for the square, it is this side plus this side plus this side plus this side will combine the entire boundary of this shape. So for the perimeter of shape equal to 4a centimeters, because the every side is 4a centimeters. So a plus a plus a plus a, which is 4a centimeters. So for example, if they ask in the question what is perimeter of square for 3 centimeters, then it is 4 into a, that is 12 centimeters. Let's see for rectangle, how we can find the perimeter of rectangle with L length and breadth. So the same concept, the perimeter for rectangle, if we start from this point, so the breadth, this will be 1b, this is another L, again b and another L. So total will be b plus L plus b plus L, that is 2L plus 2b. So if we take 2 as a common, it will become 2 into L plus b, that is for this question for 3 and 2 it will be 2 into 3 plus 2, that is 2 into 5, that is 10 centimeters. So in this way perimeter of rectangle can be found. Let's see for circle, we don't see it as a perimeter, whereas we call it as a circumference. Okay, so here also same. So what is the circumference of a circle? The circumference is nothing but the total boundary length of a circle. So if we start from this point, so from here if we go till the entire circle and end it here, then the total distance covered by this from this point to again to this point will become the circumference of a circle. The circumference of circle formula is 2 pi r centimeter, where pi is 3.14. Also we can take it as 22/7. So if in this question, if they ask the circle is 14 centimeters as radius and find the circumference, then you can say it as 2 pi r, that is 2 into 22/7 into, here it is 14 centimeters as radius, so 14, so we will get 88 centimeters. How to find circumference of a sector? So sector, as I already mentioned, sector it will be easy to understand if you resemble with it a slice of a pizza, of an entire pizza. So suppose this is the entire pizza and this is a one slice. So this slice we can consider it as a sector. So what is circumference of this sector? So the circumference is nothing but the borderline. So here it will be this part, the arc part, as well as these two borders. Whereas for circle we don't have the entire part because it is the entire circle. We don't have the inside. Whereas for sector we have these two lines as well as the arc. So the circumference of this sector will become r plus the length of this arc. The length of this arc can be find it out by using theta by 360 into 2 pi r. So these two are already known, that is r and r, so it is 2r. So the total perimeter of, that is circumference of sector, will become theta by 360 into 2 pi r plus 2r. But if they ask in the question that is the length of arc, not the entire perimeter, only the arc length, then it will become theta by 360 into 2 pi r. So in this way we need to find out the circumference of a sector. If they ask length of arc, then it will be only theta by 360 into 2 pi r. If they ask for the entire sector, then it will be theta by 360 into 2 pi r plus 2r. So this is example of a question where the perimeter of sector they have asked, and they have mentioned theta as 30 degrees and r as 7. Then the answer is theta by 360, that is 30 by 360 into 2 into 22 by 7 into 7. 22 by 7 as I mentioned the value of pi. You can also consider it as 3.14 if they didn't mention, plus 2r, 2 into 7. So the total value will become 11 by 3 into 14 plus 14 centimeters. Let's see for 3D shapes. 3D shapes, as I mentioned, it is a 3-dimensional. Like it is not in the shape of rectangle or square where it is only 2-dimensional. Whereas consider it as kind of a box or a duster or a flat surface. So all three will become 3D diameter. You can also consider this as an example of a book. Book is also a 3D diameter because it has length, it has breadth, as well as it has a thickness. So if you consider these three will become a 3D diameter, that is 3-dimensional. Let's see what are the formulas for 3-dimensional. So for 3-dimensional, let's see the first one, which is cube. Cube is nothing but if you have ever played Ludo in your school or with your friends, so that Ludo dice is an example for cube because all sides length will be same. Okay, so let's see how we can find the total for cuboid or cube or any 3D diameters. We have two surface areas. One is lateral or curved and the other is total surface area. What is lateral surface area? Lateral surface is nothing but the areas which is all the sides excluding top as well as bottom. So the entire part which is present excluding top and bottom will become the lateral surface area. So consider this as a cube here. So what is the lateral surface area formula is 4a square. How it is 4a square? Because cube is nothing but a combination of 6 squares. Because see this question, diagram cube here. So this has one side, this has second, this has third, the back side will become another one, and this back side will have another one, and the below is another one. So total it will be constituted of 6 squares. So but whereas as I mentioned the lateral surface area is excluding top and bottom, so we have 4 squares, that is 4a square, because each square area is a square. Whereas for total surface area, as I mentioned, it is for total sides. As we have 6 sides for cube, it is 6 into a square, that is 6a square. Let's see for cuboid. So for cuboid, for cube, as I mentioned, it is all sides are same. Whereas for cuboid, it is not mandatory that all should be same. It can be different, like length, breadth, and height. All three can be variant. So for cuboid kind of shape, what is the lateral surface area? It is 2 into LH plus BH, whereas total surface area is 2 into LH plus BH plus LB. Why it is LH and BH? So consider this shape. So what is the lateral surface? As I mentioned, it should excluding top and bottom. So consider this. We have excluding top and bottom. We have this rectangle, behind another one, and this side another one. So what is area for this one? It is length into height here. So LH, back side will be another LH. So this side length area will become breadth and height is BH. So this is BH and this back side will become BH. So total lateral surface area is 2 into LH, that is front and back, 2 into BH, that is 2 sides. So total we got 2 into LH plus BH. Whereas if you consider the total surface area, that is bottom plus height including, then will become 2 into LH plus BH plus LB. LB is nothing but the bottom area and the top area. So 2 times 2 sides, 2 areas we have, so it will be 2 into LB. So total surface area will become 2 into LH plus BH plus LB square units. And always mention area in terms of square units, whether they have mentioned meters or centimeters, so accordingly convert it into centimeter square or meter square. Let's see for another shape, that is for cone. So total surface area, that is for total surface area, it will be like this part cone as well as the circle. So cone, you can consider the example of ice cream cone without the cream part, then the part will become cone. So how to find the curved surface area? Curved surface area is nothing but the entire cone part, that is the curved part of a cone, the curved part of the cone excluding the circle, because for curved surface area or the lateral surface area, we should not consider top and bottom, we have to only consider the middle part. So what is the curved surface area formula is pi RL square units, whereas total surface area is, as I mentioned, you have to consider the curved surface as well as the bottom part, so it will be pi RL plus the bottom part. Here it is circle, so pi RL plus pi R square. So the total area will become pi R into R plus L square units. Whereas for sphere you can consider the example of a cricket ball. So the shape of a ball is a sphere. Okay, so how to find the total surface area of sphere? It is 4 pi R square square units. Whereas for hemisphere is nothing but half of the sphere. If you cut in the ball into half, then the total surface area will become the curve, the flat circle as well as the behind part. So the base surface area of sphere will become pi R square. The pi R square nothing but the circle part which is present. Whereas total surface area is this entire area, that is half of sphere area plus the circle area. So it will be 2 pi R square plus pi R square, which is 3 pi R square. Let's see for another 3D shape, which is cylinder. So total surface area of cylinder, we can find it as the pi R square h plus 2 circles top and bottom, that is 2 pi R h plus pi R square plus pi R square. You can also understand how we got 2 pi R h. 2 pi R is the circumference of a circle, and if we add the circumference of circle h times, then it will become 2 pi R h plus pi R square. As I mentioned, the areas of two circles, that is on top and bottom, so 2 pi R h plus 2 pi R square. So the final answer is 2 pi R into R plus h. Whereas for curved surface area of cylinder, it is the entire area which is at the middle, that is excluding top and bottom, so this will become 2 pi R h square units. So let's start the volumes part. So volume of cube, so volume is nothing but the entire capacity of any shape. So here if you consider the shape of a dice, that is of, as I mentioned, for dice of Ludo snake ladder, so the shape of a cube. So what is the volume of cube is, it is a cube cubic centimeters, that is cubic units. Whereas for cuboid, the volume is length into breadth into height, that is LBH cubic units. Let's see for sphere, what is the volume? So volume of sphere is, we can find it as 4 by 3 pi R cube cubic units. Whereas for volume of hemisphere is nothing but half of sphere, so just dividing the volume of sphere by 2, then it will become 2 by 3 pi R cube cubic units. Whereas for cone, what is the volume formula? It is 1 by 3 pi R square h, where h is the height of cone, L is the slant height of cone, and R is the radius of a cone, of a circle which is present at the bottom of cone. So the volume of cone will become 1 by 3 pi R square h cubic units. Whereas for cylinder, it is pi R square h, the same concept, the R is the radius, h is the height, and the total volume of cylinder will become pi R square h cubic units. So in this way, I conclude all the areas of all cone, circle, square, cylinder kind of things. So if they ask in the question any unknown shape, for example, let's consider a capsule. Capsule is nothing but the kind of tablet which we use if we take in patient. So if they ask the area of this kind, then we can easily find by dividing it into rectangle and two hemispheres. So we know the area of hemisphere, we know the area of this hemisphere, and we know the area of rectangle. So if they ask the any irregular shape, just make sure to divide it into the unknown shapes like square, rectangle, circle, sphere kind of thing. Then you can find out whatever might be the area of any shape. So if you had any doubts, you can just mention in the comments so that I can also check. And for area of triangle, I will make it as another video, because for area triangle we need to consider different types of triangles as well. So I will make it another video and explain in that part. Hope you like this video. Thank you.